Talk to Brad Marra, the Assistant Vice President of Resort Operations. And Brad is joining us this morning on the Rivertown Brewing Hotline. Good morning, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Well, we're doing fine. See, we're even seeing the sunshine here today a little bit, so that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty down here as well.
So you guys have a lot to offer at Palmetto Dunes, but you have 3 championship golf courses to start with, and maybe you could talk to us a little bit about how different each of those courses is.
Yeah, like you said, we have 3 great golf courses. We have the Robert Trent Jones Golf Course, which is our Oceanfront golf course, one of the most played on Hilton Head Island. We also have an Arthur Hills Golf Course, which won 2009 South Carolina Golf Course of the Year. And with all the great golf courses in South Carolina, that's just a huge honor. And also we have our George Fazio Golf Course, which is actually a par 70 that played back from the tips can play for over 7,000 yards, which is amazing test for the skilled golfers. And at all 3 golf courses that we actually have air conditioning units in all the golf carts. And that makes the summers a little bit more fun.
Yeah. And that's a kind of a unique thing. And considering what South Carolina summers can be, yeah, I would say that would up the enjoyment factor just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And we also have Segway golf carts, which are specific to our golf courses, and you won't see too many of those around them. We call it sensory overload. It's golf and playing golf on the Segways, a lot to do.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes, it is.
How many other places do you know of that have that?
Very few, and we're definitely one of the only ones in the Southeast. So it's really cool to see the Segways go out and come back in, and the smiles on people's faces when they use them.
They look like a lot of fun, but I know where I hit the ball sometimes, those might not be applicable, you know?
Yeah, they're pretty easy to get on and off, and it's almost like you're walking because you can drive it right up to the fringe of the green. So people think they play a little bit better because of that feeling, because people usually think they play better when they walk.
Yeah, true. Obviously, Hilton Head Island is a monster destination for golfers. You guys hang right in there with those 3 courses, don't you?
Yeah, it's 3 of the top courses in the area. We actually just had the RBC Heritage event last week at Harbor Town, which had a great finish with Graham McDowell and Webb Simpson.
Right.
And actually the Champions Tour is this weekend, right down the road at Savannah. There's a great field there with Freddie Couples and others.
Do you see a lot of visitors from our neck of the woods up here?
We see a ton, and we really appreciate all the Pirates and Steeler fans coming down. It's a huge amount of people come from that area, and they actually come down here to retire too. So a lot of our sports bars are still filled up with Steeler fans on the weekends.
The Steeler fans here do seem to take over places when they congregate, don't they?
They sure do, and we love having them. They're great fans.
Tell our listeners what else is available at Palmetto Dunes.
Yeah, we actually have a world-class tennis center. It's actually ranked 5th in the world. It's spectacular. And within Palmetto Dunes, it backs up to the ocean, but we have an 11-mile lagoon system that runs through it. And that lagoon system is great for kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, and really good for fishing. And not only that, we have a bike shop with over 3,000 bikes, any bike you could really think of. And there's tons of trails in Palmetto Dunes that you can use those. So there's really just a lot of things to do in PD and Hilton Head overall.
And what are your peak times?
Peak times really for golf are the spring and the fall, and then for more family-oriented events is over the summer. We have a marina across the street that does fireworks all summer long and has lots of kids' entertainment. So the summers on Hilton Head are generational, and people have been coming for 30, 40 years with their families.
And they learn over that time how to deal with the heat, no doubt?
Yes, they do.
So, just my personal opinion, I've played Arthur Hills courses, I've played Robert Trent Jones courses, and I've played George Fazio courses. To me, Arthur Hills courses have, well, not always, but mostly, that I've found those to be the most difficult courses to play because of the way he sets up his green complexes and the angles that you have to try to hit to get the ball on the green. How would you rank them, those three, in terms of difficulty?
Yeah, it's really the tees you play. Arthur Hill's course is tough as well, but I think our George Fazio course, anytime you play a course that, if you want to go to the tips and it's a par 70 over 7,000 yards, you better be a long hitter. But the good thing at Palmetto Dunes is we have 5 sets of tees. So we really, any skill level you are, we really have a test out there for you. Or if you want just an enjoyable round, you can move up a couple tee boxes and make sure you have fun.
That's the old tee it forward thing from the PGA of America a couple years ago.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. And it really helps with pace of play and user experience.
Explain or describe a little bit what a week is like on Hilton Head Island when you have the RBC Heritage being played over at Harbortown. What's it like for you guys?
Well, for us, we usually have demo days with the top club providers out there, and then we always have a player appearance. And this year we had Charles Howell, and he was a great guy. In the past, we've had Boo Weekley, Rocco Mediate, Fred Funk, Stuart Singh, Camilo Villegas, a lot of big names. And so we like to be the place that people go on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before they go down to the tournament Thursday through Sunday.
That's a neat idea, because a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but it would seem like there could be, you could just get overwhelmed and things kind of get to a standstill on a tournament week. But it sounds like you guys have a pretty nice system at work.
Yeah, we've been doing it for years, and we get a lot of people that come out. And the pros we've had couldn't really be any nicer. And it's just a great experience for the families and kids to meet these guys and all the aspiring golfers out there. Really to see these guys hit balls and see the dedication it takes. And they really take their time and talk to all these folks. And it's just really nice to see what a great bunch of guys we've had, and just what a great bunch of guys the PGA golfers are.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that they not only do, but they need to do so that they can get the word out about what kind of guys these guys are. Because when you see them on TV, they're all kind of, they're all kind of the same. But there are some great personalities out there.
There sure are, and especially Boo Weekley. I mean, what a great guy that guy is. And we've had the honor of having him 2 years out of the last 10, and he's a prized possession right there. He's a great guy.
He's kind of a unique personality, isn't he?
He sure is.
Well, Brad, tell our listeners where they can call or check out on the internet to get more information about Palmetto Dunes. Yeah, it's
www.palmettodunes.com, and you can go on there and we have a lot of specials and deals. So if you want to get our emails, make sure you go there. If not, you can always call 843-785-1138, and that's our reservation center, and they can take care of any of your needs.
Well, Brad, I appreciate you getting up early this morning and coming on with me. Enjoyed the chat, and I'm sure you've enlightened our listeners to what's happening at Palmetto Dunes.
Well, thank you for having me. You guys have a great day.
Thanks. You too.